Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing? I got a little special video for you guys today. I know we did a little double upload today, and I know that's rare, but I just wanted to get this out as soon as possible because this was pretty awesome, and this is like pretty dear to my heart. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys what original Xbox backwards compatibility looks like on the Xbox One. And the only game I happen to have on hand is Crimson Skies: High Road to Revenge, so I'm going to show you guys that game today. So I already have it installed. It installs the same, just put the disk in and it just downloads the game files, whatever it needs. Same as any other game, Xbox One or 360. But once it's done installing, we're just going to start it up. So as you can see here, it's a splash screen, and I'm going to be quiet for a little bit so you can hear this part. Alright, so there you have it. That was the original Xbox boot screen. And I was very, very happy that they included that when you start up the backwards compatibility game. Oh, and before we get into more details, right here is the very original Microsoft Game Studios, intro screen. So, it's changed quite a lot from way back then to what you see now in like newer games like Halo 5.
The end of the Great War promised hope.
But yeah, so as you can see now, this is Crimson Skies running on the Xbox One in the original Xbox emulator.
The new nations turned to the
Now, Crimson Skies did not support widescreen back in the day. Quite a few original Xbox games did support widescrreen, but a lot didn't. I can tell you right now that none of the original Halo games supported widescreen back then. So, I guess if Halo 1 or 2 ever becomes backwards compatible, it's going to look like this. And what I mean by this is that it's letterboxed, so you see two black bars on the side. But during cutscenes, you'll see like even more black bars, and it'll kind of be shrunk down a little bit. But that's not too big of a deal, at least for me. Now, Phil Spencer and some other people at Xbox did announce that original Xbox games will be running at a higher resolution than they were when they first came out, and that is indeed true. As you can see, the main menu, the resolution is much higher, and the text is all very clear and crisp, as if it were a modern game. Now here, I'm going to show you guys a few things. For example, a lot of original Xbox games came with links to game demos, where you could play demos off the disc. But as you can see here, if you try that, it doesn't work. It just tells you that game demos don't work on the Xbox One. And a lot of you have been wondering this, and even though they've already confirmed it, I'm going to show you anyways. If you try to connect to Xbox Live, you get this little message pop up saying, sorry, Xbox Live features no longer work for this game. So, that's that. That's proof right there that you cannot play any original games on Xbox Live. You can't even access the Xbox Live menu at all. It's completely disabled by that message there. You can, however, still do System Link and split screen. And I uploaded a video not too long ago, maybe a few months ago, about how to play System Link games online as if you were on Xbox Live. It's a way to trick System Link into thinking you're people are close to you, but you're actually playing with people across the world. Now, as I said earlier, the resolution was bumped up on these original Xbox games. For standard Xbox One and Xbox One S, the resolution is bumped up to 1080p, and there's also a few other upgrades to graphics, like anti-strop filtering, and I believe improved lighting or something like that. I don't remember the exact details, but that's also happening to a few 360 games as well, like Halo 3. But the real upgrades are going to be on the Xbox One X when that comes out in a couple weeks now from this video. And all the graphics will be, all the resolutions will be bumped up to 4K in that case. Because otherwise, if they didn't improve the resolution, running these games at their original native resolution from the original Xbox, it wouldn't look that great. And that was a concern a lot of people had at the beginning. They were considered that these 480p games were going to look horrible on a 4K screen. And those fears were pretty reasonable, because 40p on a 4K screen would look pretty blurry and pixelated. I guess it'd still be somewhat playable, but it wouldn't look very pleasant. But fortunately, as you can see here, the resolution was bumped up to 1080p. Well, actually, it's not exactly 1080p because you have the black bars on the side. It's like, I forgot like what the exact number was. It's like 900 something p, in like a 4:3 ratio. But you know, it's basically the same level of resolution bumps. And as you can see, the game, that certainly looks great. Frame rate, everything is fine. The graphics, resolution, everything, it looks pretty much like what you'd expect on a modern game, as I said earlier. Now, there are many other questions about original Xbox games that have been asked recently, and you know, a lot of people have been wondering for a while, and I don't think Microsoft ever answered every single question. But now that we could try for ourselves, I'll try to answer some of them for you. So the first answer you already saw earlier was that all these games will have the original Xbox boot screen at the beginning. And the next question was, I believe, achievements. There are no achievements for these games. There never were, and there never will be. So simple as that. Another thing is, unlike with 360 games, there's no in-game guide or anything. On the 360 version, if you hold on the back and the start buttons, you could bring up a guide to access your friends list or to exit the game as well. But in this case, there's no such guide. You have to bring up the Xbox One guide if you want to exit the game completely. As you can see here, this is the only way to exit the game. So, no guide, unfortunately. But the reason behind that is because original Xbox games did not have a guide like the 360 did. Every original Xbox game that was Xbox Live enabled, they had their own version of the Xbox Live features built in, like their own friends list, their own messaging system. It looked different for every game. It was part of the game itself. Unlike the 360, where there's like a universal guide for every game that pops up. And of course, the other Xbox Live features were controlled from the home screen on the dashboard, which we don't have access to either. Now, just for a quick comparison, I'm going to show you what a backwards compatibility game on the 360 was like for Xbox One. Just so you know what I'm talking about, in case you haven't tried many backwards compatible games yet. So this is Halo 3 running on the Xbox One. And like I said, you just press the back and the start buttons to bring up the guide. So this, you know, it's pretty convenient they included that for the 360. You could access most of the 360 OS features from here. But unfortunately, there's no such thing on the original Xbox, so that's why it's not possible. You can only strictly play the game itself, and without online multiplayer either. But as you can see, on the any 360 backwards compatible game on the Xbox One, you just go to the guide, and then you press the Y button and leave the game, and that'll take you back to the Xbox One home screen. But like I said, on the original Xbox games, you have to bring up the Xbox One guide and then force quit the game to go back to the home screen. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of how backwards compatibility works on the Xbox One for original Xbox games. I'm really excited to play more games in the near future, but right now, this is the only game I have, so no Halo yet and no Mech Assault yet for Mech Assault fans like me. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys do try out backwards compatibility with original Xbox games, let me know. I'm curious like what your experiences are and what games you have. So just leave that in the comments. But other than that, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.